Governor Chris Christie, formerly the governor of New Jersey, from 2010 to 2018 to be exact, it is believed that in the coming days he will announce his presidency. And obviously there's a lot of people out there that's going to ask, does he even have a chance? He was a governor that proudly pronounced he was a pro-life governor that proudly pronounced he was the first pro-life governor elected in New Jersey since Roe v. Wade in 1973. That was at the time he was governor. As governor, he opposed same-sex marriage, but voiced support for New Jersey's civil union law. He opposes the legalization of recreational marijuana use. I know some of you out there are going to find that. Stephen A., there you go. Stay off the weed. Duh. I know. You're going to say, no. I don't have a problem with people smoking weed. I have a problem with people letting it cost them their money. You a new fool. I ain't never seen a joint that cost $1 million in my life. Hell, I ain't never seen a joint that cost $100,000. The hell you losing money for because you smoking a joint because you want to puff, and pass. Grow the hell up. But if it ain't going to cost you money, by all means, puff away. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. Even though I don't think it's for everybody. Some people can handle it. Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson on All the Smoke, they can handle some weed. I remember when Joe Smith was playing in the NBA. That brother can handle weed. I saw him wobble courtside when a coach was talking to him because he was so high. Everybody everybody can't deal with some weed. Everybody can't deal with it. Shouldn't say Joe Smith. I might be wrong. Might not have been him. This was like over 25 years ago. But you get my point. Let me get back to the former governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie. Began his governorship with approval rating near 50%, but in 2017, Quinnipiac found that 50% approved of Christie and 81% disapproved. That was the lowest recorded approval rating of a New Jersey governor in history. I don't need notes to say what I'm about to say. There's a lot of you, because of some of the conservative views I've expressed, that have been under the impression that I'm a Republican. I am not. I vote Democrat, even though I'm not willing to deny that may change, because I'll be damned if I'm happy with this administration. But I'm going to tell you something. In my lifetime, I have voted for one Republican. That Republican was Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey. I didn't know him then. I just knew that I felt that Corzine was a mess, and I did not want him to be my governor. And I like Chris Christie's no-nonsense approach, how he was in your face. He wasn't scared of confrontation because that comes with the job, and you can't be scared of that. And you got to be willing to tell it like it is. And I found him to be that guy. Well, over the years, let me tell you what problem I think all of you should have with Chris Christie. He's a Cowboys fan. I've gotten to know this man. I love him. I've even been on the record when I went on Mad Dog Christopher Russo radio show, Mad Dog Radio, 3 to 6 every weekday on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Radio, Channel 82. He had me and Chris Christie on there together a couple of weeks ago. I've been friends with Chris Christie for years now. I didn't know him back then, but I've gotten to know him over a few years. There's only one condition under which he would not get my vote. If Bob Iger, the CEO of Walt Disney, ran for president, which he obviously is not intending to do. I consider Bob Iger the greatest executive I've ever known. Period. And you're talking to somebody that, I might not, hey, life changes. I may not always be at ESPN at my day job. My days might be numbered for all I know. I don't know. Tomorrow ain't guaranteed. Disney lost about $5.5 billion. They announced months ago they're going to lay up about 7,000 workers. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, I am no fool. One of those people could be me. Now, I know everybody say no way in hell, no way in hell. I will remind you, I got fired before. 2009 to be exact. I was unemployed, thinking I was it, and nobody looked at me. Nobody. I was living off my savings for damn near a year. I don't take anything for granted and assume that couldn't happen again. At all. So I'm not telling you what I'm telling you about Bob Iger because I'm looking for favors. I believe in producing and getting what I've earned. And if I don't earn it, I don't get it. He owes me nothing. I owe him nothing, even though I feel like I owe him everything because he's such a great boss. I only bring him up because he's the only person that I would vote for at the expense of Governor Chris Christie, which Chris Christie knows. I would vote for Bob Iger before I vote for Chris Christie. There's nobody that I will vote for above Chris Christie on the Democratic or the Republican side. Nikki Haley, I respect her in the job that she did in South Carolina to some degree, but she's not getting my vote. I'm looking at these other candidates here. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, he ain't getting my vote. Vivek Ramaswamy, I don't know this person. The only thing I know about this person, they were arguing with Don Lemon on CNN a few weeks ago. He ain't getting my vote. Donald Trump damn sure ain't getting my vote. I don't even think about Donald Trump's politics. I just think about the fact that he don't know how to act. And you can't be so divisive and so petty and so caught up in the past that you're not looking forward. Karl Rove, noted Republican, pundit and what have you, wrote a sensational editorial in the Wall Street Journal about how Donald Trump is busy looking in the past. We need somebody that's going to look forward and is going to think about the future. So he damn sure wouldn't get my vote. DeSantis, how can I? Look at the petty fights you get into. I ain't getting into the Disney stuff. I'm employed. That's my day job. I'm riding with Bob Iger all day, every day. It's none of my business. He's my boss. Let him handle it. He's more than capable of handling it. Although I do get his points. Jobs, more individuals employed, more taxpayer dollars going to your state. Wouldn't you want that? I think that's a valid point, but that's all I got to say about that. Rolling with Bob Iger. But he ain't running for office. Chris Christie will likely announce. And I'm telling y'all in advance, unless Bob Iger decides to leave Disney and go and decide that he wants to run for president, or Michelle Obama decides that she wants to run for president, because I could never vote against her. I'm rolling with Chris Christie. The man is smart as a whip. If I recall correctly, former prosecutor, never really asked him about that. Only thing I hold against him is that he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. I don't understand this fixation on the Cowboys. I just don't get it. Don't you understand they could contaminate you and they could cost you the election? If I were Chris Christie, as much as I love my buddy Jerry Jones, my Libra brother, because I do love him, the fact of the matter is, it could bring you bad luck. We all know a black cat's running around that franchise. Chris Christie got to disassociate himself from the Dallas Cowboys if he's going to run for election. Because it ain't going to win you any votes beyond the South. And damn it, in the South, some of those folks may not give you that vote.